on it and come. It'll be an awesome time tonight. All right. Hey, we're going to do a little coach's timeout. For those of you who like sports, you know that sometimes it's good for the team. The coach kind of calls a timeout and gathers the team to give them just a couple of short little reminders and encouragements, like here's some things don't forget to do, or some inspiration. And so we're going to have a little coach's timeout here for a second as a family, as a team. Going to kind of huddle together. We have our very own Coach Massey in the house. And one of the things I love about Coach, I mean, he's just got so many great little inspirational nuggets and things he's learned about Christianity and his walk with God by coaching. And he's been a coach for a long time. And so we just welcome Coach and a little coach's timeout tonight.
Told Pastor I couldn't pay him to say that better. But anyway, great to be here. And I've been coaching a few seasons, actually, since my hair was brown. But anyway, enough of that. Yeah, and long, yeah. No, it was never long when I was coaching. That was only college. It was only college. I was a child of the 60s. So anyway, we won't go there. That's not what I'm up here for. We'll do that one time or another. But a couple of things. Coaches have really obviously inspired me. I've been around many teams. I've coached on the high school level for a lot of years, like I said. And I was thinking about this, that a team, and everybody's been part of a team. If you're a family, that's a team. Okay? If you're at work, you've worked on work teams. If you're on the worship team, why is it called the worship team? No matter what you're doing, Mark up there, back there, Kevin, and anybody who helps out with that, if they weren't there. So thank goodness that they're there. Okay? That's the other thing. So it's teams, but it's teams working together for a common goal. All right? And basically what I've often found, and one of the things, the basics or the foundation of anything, okay, starts obviously with, if it's football, for example, but anything is your stance, because if you're standing up like this, you're going to get pushed over. So there's a certain stance to help get you to be the best you can be, because isn't that our goal? And now why we're here in anything is to be better, okay? And a lot of times I've been around teams that it takes everybody's different efforts, because everybody has different skills and abilities. And we all have heard, you know, there's no I in team, and that's true, because you can be the greatest athlete, the best running back, but if you have nobody that can block, or nobody that know, or you don't know where the play is supposed to go, you're not going to be too successful. But I've been around teams that weren't that skilled, but they played together, they had heart, they got better, and individuals. Because a lot of times it may not be, yeah, our goal is to score a touchdown. Our goal is to win the game. But let's face it, we're in a game of life. Do we always succeed? I don't. Okay, but what do you learn from that? And see, that's the key, is you get knocked down, but you get back up. What does Paul say? You know, he strives for that goal. Okay, he strives for the mark, the prize. He wants to be held accountable, that he's always going for the prize. I had one saying actually put on the back of a shirt one year was run to win. But that's from 1 Corinthians 9:24-27 that we talked about, that he's going for that prize, he's going for the goal. David, when he was a lot younger, played for me, so he's somebody there. You know, my son John, he played for me. But that's what we do. One of the other just little tidbits that I think we need is Fido. Not a dog, but, well, dogs are nice. But Fido is forget it and drive on. Forget it and move on. Because so many times we let the past get in our way, because we're focusing on that. Why, when you're driving a car, is the rear view mirror small? Because you're supposed to focus on where you're going, not where you've been. And that's something that I fall into. In fact, I heard a Charlie Brown story where Charlie Brown, you know, never wins the game. always is trying out there. And they're tied, fly balls hit, Charlie Brown's out there to catch it, and he misses it. And Lucy says, Charlie, how could you miss such an easy ball? And he said, I let the pass get in my eyes. So think about that. Many times we do that instead of looking forward. The greatest head coach that there is, was, and will be is Jesus. He's our guy. But coaches need to encourage. Now, there's some coaches that, Bear Bryant tells a story once, Jeff Rutledge. If you haven't seen the movie Woodlawn, I would encourage you to see that because it's about how Christ moved in Woodlawn High School in Alabama with Tony Nathan and Jeff Rutledge, who were high school players on 2 different teams. Awesome movie. But anyway, Jeff Rutledge ended up going to Alabama. And Bear Bryant tells a story. They're winning the game. They're up by 4 points. They're driving, but there's like 30 seconds, 20 seconds left. Jeff Rutledge gets greedy, throws a pass instead of just running out the clock. And it's Alabama-Auburn, their big game, the Iron Bowl game. And interception by a quick defensive back. Jeff Rutledge is running down. He finally tackles him before he gets into the end zone, so the game's over. So reporters asking, Bryant, geez, how did Rutledge, who's very slow, relatively slow, catch up to that guy and tackle him and save the game? And Bear Bryant said, well, the cornerback was running for a touchdown. Jeff Rutledge was running for his life. And that's probably the urgency that we need. Are we going for it? We're part of the team, the church, and I'm not going to spend much time because it's all yours. But anyway, the church kind of, as a team, we're all individuals. What does Paul say? We all have different giftings, all right? We all aren't the same. But many times I've seen with teams, other kids are jealous or think they can do better. Well, a team is free enterprise, man. You earn it. It's not about what you say. It's not about you have one play that's kind of good. It's you earn it. And you have to keep earning it because there should be, and any successful teams have people that are pushing you to get better. That's what a coach really does. The right kind of coach is pushing you because they can see the potential you have and what you can become with work, effort, okay? Vince Lombardi always started out the season, and this is the basics with, gentlemen, this is the NFL. Gentlemen, this is a football, okay? But now, yeah, as Charlie said, one comment, this Max McGee was a wise guy. Lombardi said, gentlemen, this is a football, and we really have to start with the basics. And Max McGee yells out, Coach, can you go slower? But anyway, this is the Bible. How many, amen, but how many times do we need to be in this? Because this is where we're going to get the strength, the encouragement, the information that Christ, our head coach, wants us to have, knows our giftings, know what we can become, but what do? Sit there and look in that rearview mirror. I'm not that good. Look at how I mess up. But if you get into this, what's he tell you, man? We're good to go. He forgets it from the east to the west. So my point being, and then I'll have Mark do something right here at the end, is I just want to say, you know, get in the game of life, all right? Because it's not really, you know, a game, because we're here for a reason. You're here for a reason today. The Lord brought you here for a reason, brought you and put gifts and talents into you, both for a marketplace ministry, both for a church team, for us to succeed in spreading that word and becoming the best we can be, regardless. Okay, no matter what our past is. You know, all we got to do is come to the Lord, right? Say, Lord, use me. He definitely will, and then step out on faith. It's just like people on a team, some people, and I was that way when I first accepted the Lord, man. I got my ticket to heaven. That's all I need to do. I'm good. All right? I didn't realize what it all entailed, but that's where the Lord is patient and kind, and he just shakes his head and laughs, you know. But he knows that you're going to come eventually, and things have happened. But it's that trust and the faith, because sometimes people on a team, on a high school team especially, some of them just want to be a part of it. They put on the uniform, they run out, but they don't want to get in the game. You know, they didn't work. They don't know anything, but they can show it to people. They walk the walk. They walk, you know, they're talking it, they're around it, but they aren't really doing it. And then others, maybe as a sophomore, man, you encourage because you're just getting started, but you're going to be good. Give me a year or two, and with the talents and abilities I see, you're going to be good. And then as people come through that, all of a sudden you see they work in the weight room. They're doing extra. And all of a sudden, even by the time they're a senior, somebody who you looked at a year or two ago and said, all of a sudden they're playing. Because it's all about, and what does the Lord give us is your heart. It's all about heart and desire. I'll take somebody with heart and desire. I don't care about their size. And that's really the key. So what you can do is remember, it's not over yet. So many times we're at the edge of our rope, or we say, I can never do this, or look what happened to me, but it's not over yet. And there's a part of a song that I listen to Caleb once in a while, and there's this thing on there, and Sharon helps me. But listen to the words, because it isn't over yet no matter what. Okay, believe and you'll achieve. Put the action in, all right? Jesus loves us and wants us to become the best we were here for. All right, Mark.